Welcome to World War II Chronicles, a weekly tribute to America's fighting men and women in commemoration of the Second World War. These programs are narrated by Ed Herlihy and are based on the news broadcasts of the war period from the recorded sound collection of the National Archives in Washington, D.C.
The most important war news tonight is the swiftly developing Allied air offensive against Germany, an offensive that appears to be playing a major part in the Allied master strategy.
During the spring of 1943, Germany was being subjected to round-the-clock bombing raids from American planes during the day and RAF squadrons at night. On March 5th and 6th, Allied bombers launched their first air offensive, called the Battle of the Ruhr.
Reconnaissance photographs of the most recent RAF and American raids on German targets show that 62 acres of the Krupp munitions works at Essen have been destroyed.
Today's biggest news is the pulverizing Allied air offensive against Germany and German-controlled territory. Latest target, Dortmund, home of important war industries and foundries. The German city was literally smothered with bombs, the heaviest raid of all time.
Britain's Air Ministry this evening released further details of last night's RAF raid on Dusseldorf, the second shattering blow delivered against Germany's Ruhr Valley so far this week.
One of the Ruhr raids concentrated on the Möhne and Eder dams, whose hydroelectric facilities supplied much of the Ruhr's electricity. In a May 19th attack, the RAF destroyed the dams.
The wrecking of Germany's two greatest dams is one of the great stories of the war. For many weeks, picked British crews who fly the huge Lancaster bombers have been training in secret for this one operation. The Royal Air Force Bomber Command planned was an ordeal for Germany's industrial Ruhr Valley, almost as severe as the ordeal by fire which the British bombers had been inflicting on the Ruhr.
The Ruhr Valley was the heartland of German industry. The Allied Air Command believed that through the strategic bombing of German war production facilities, they could force the Axis to surrender.
The Allied nations have embarked on the greatest military experiment in history, an attempt to destroy the Axis with air power.
Yet, as time would show, only after ground forces occupied German factories would Axis war production be shut down. I'm Ed Herlihy. Join me next time for World War II Chronicles.
World War II Chronicles was produced by the American Veterans Center and Radio America in cooperation with the National Archives. To listen to more episodes, subscribe on iTunes or visit AmericanVeteransCenter.org. We need your help to keep the legacy of our World War II generation alive. Visit AmericanVeteransCenter.org to make a donation to support World War II Chronicles and the ongoing work of the American Veterans Center.